Hi, my name is Abby, and today for you I'm going to talk a little bit about one thing that everybody wants but nobody really kind of knows how to figure out, and that's sweeteners. We've got three main sweeteners for the Kaufmann diet. One is Kaufmann 2 and the other two are Kaufmann 1, so we'll talk about each one individually. First, we're going to start off with honey. Honey is easy to find in pretty much any grocery store. One thing that you do need to look out for is that looking for actual honey and not imitation honey. A lot of places, especially the generic brands, will sell imitation flavor honey, which is basically just corn syrup flavored like honey. So go ahead and make sure you're getting actual real honey. It's good to use in pretty much any kind of baking. It's not the same kind of ratio, like if you're converting a normal recipe, like taking out the sugar and putting in honey. It's not 1-to-1, so you'll have to kind of tweak it and figure out your taste buds and how you want it. But it's easy to use in baking, any kind of cooking, pretty much it blends in really well. The one thing with this though is that it does cause an insulin response. So if you have diabetes, you do need to be careful when you're cooking with it. You don't eat too much. It's still safe to use, just be a little more mindful and check your blood sugar regularly. Next, we're going to talk about xylitol. Xylitol usually comes in granules. You can also find it powdered, so you can use it as a substitute for like powdered sugar or something like that. Xylitol is really easy to use. It's a 1-to-1 ratio when you're cooking, so if you have something that you're making it Kaufmann 1, this is Kaufmann 1 by the way, if you're making it Kaufmann 1 approved, just switch out the sugar for xylitol and you can use pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio. And one thing you have to look out for with this is that sometimes if you use a lot of xylitol in a recipe, if it calls for a lot of sugar and you just replace it with just xylitol, a lot of people can have sudden digestive issues if they eat too much of it. So you just gotta be careful, gotta know your own body, how much you can handle, how much maybe your friends can't handle kind of thing, and just kind of be on the lookout for that and maybe use a little bit less, or maybe cut it in half and use it with something like stevia or a little bit of honey, whichever one you want. And last we have our stevia. Now today I have liquid stevia, but it also comes in granules just like xylitol. And again, stevia is, especially the liquid stevia, use a very little bit and it goes a very long way. It is very concentrated, it is very sweet. Most of the recipes that I use only, like if it calls for a regular amount of sugar, like a cup of sugar, I'll only use like 4, maybe 5 drops of liquid stevia, depending on how much I'm making. Again, it's to taste, so it's whatever you like. It does give a little bit of an aftertaste, so if you're not used to it, it can be kind of strange when you first taste it, but it's something that I've gotten used to, and it's nothing I really notice anymore, so it's not even a big deal. Especially when you're baking things like that, you can't even really notice it. One thing that you do want to look out for when you're buying the granules is that sometimes companies will add in extra fillers, so just want to make sure you read the labels and everything you buy and make sure it just says stevia or maybe just a little bit of an additive of like a dextrose just to kind of fill it out. That's okay. But when you get into other ingredients, stuff like that, sometimes they add in extra sugar and stuff like that to make it taste a little bit more normal. That's what you want to look out for. But these are the three main approved Kaufmann sweeteners. Use them how you like, use them to your taste. If you like things really sweet, see how much you like, see if you can mix them together. They make different interesting combinations. If you don't like sweetness, you don't have to worry about this. And you just don't make anything sweet. But again, it's all up to your taste buds. Whatever you can do to make your life more Kaufmann approved, the better. Have a good day.